Well, John, this has been so fantastic and beautiful turnout, beautiful afternoon, beautiful gallery, and we are delighted with the reception. It's three painters together. I'm one of them. Sumit and Glen are somewhere around then, chatting with many people. And thank you so much for having us. We'll do it again.
Hello, I'm Sumit Ameria. I do botanical drawings of the Australian native plants. There's some of my work here. And it is all the bush life here, all the native plants to native bees, insects, and something I've never seen before. Since I moved to Australia, I just enjoy looking at them and enjoy drawing them.
Welcome. Look around you. What a wonderful venue. And that is entirely fitting for this superb exhibition. First, I'd like to say that I'm honored to open this fine exhibition in this fabulous place. Although it must admit that I was struck by the curious fact that this exhibition was seemingly nameless, it's simply called Exhibition. I have been searching for ways to link these three artists' works, a common thread, a structure, a hook, a name that would have given me a hint, but it's never that easy with these guys. However, to name is to classify, and thus perhaps to diminish the inexpressible nature of art. In this case, the whimsy, humor, the fantastic, and pure joy. So I finally concluded that Exhibition is the perfect name for this show. The paintings of these three artists exhibit their personal, acute observation of the everyday and the world around us. The common thread that connects their art is that each exhibits their own personal experience. Each of them bare their selves, showing us what they see and how they feel. They all paint what's in front of them, whether a landscape, a day by the river, a street scene, a portrayal of restaurant life, both front and back of house, or depictions from the nearby bush. These are familiar images. What you see is what you get, or rather, what they see is what you get. That being said, although they are similar, there are subtle differences. Each artist has his own signature, his own way of showing us their world. Martial's lively compositions convey movement, color, and playfulness, with a keen eye for character and detail. But above all else, they are joyful. Martial's own words say, the aim of his art is to bring a smile to the face of his viewer. I think we can agree he's successful in this. The act of painting also brings a sense of peace and fulfillment to Martial and a sacred space detached from his otherwise hectic life. Sumit's works, although visually very different, are also inspired by his everyday surrounds. They are also exceptionally well observed, showing every minute detail up close and personal. It's like looking through a microscope. I, for instance, love the little insect nibbles on the leaves, which reminds me that nothing is permanent and that nature reclaims everything in the end. In that lies its beauty. The layering of the gouache gives the paintings a hyper-real, object-like appearance, showing the texture and depth of the objects. Then there is the mischievous inclusion of insects, ants, bees, and butterflies. Fanciful, whimsical, fun. Sumit describes his work as a contemporary take on traditional botanical drawings. Glen's paintings, again, are inspired by scenes that he sees around him in his everyday life. There is a cold and windy Hobart street scene, which is here, or the image of a dead swan, which he encountered on one of his walks. His bed also makes an appearance in the red bed down there. Glen says his paintings paint themselves. They don't emerge from his rational intellect or mind, but rather he feels them through his body. They then gather momentum and develop their own essence. They are brightly colored and spontaneously rendered images fondly observed and inspired by his experience. Again, there is the fantastical glimpses of wonder, playfulness, and pure joy. Forgetting the art critics, the historians, forgetting the art speak and the jargon, I ask each of these artists why they paint. A deceptively simple question. Martial paints to bring a balance to his life. For Sumit, painting is a form of meditation, and Glen paints because he has to. With that, friends, thank you for coming and enjoy the show.